People, how are we? This is a rebirth of an old series I was doing at the start of the year called the Form Fix series. So this is basically me giving you insight into how to do your exercises correctly to not only make sure that you're not getting injured, but to also make sure that you're maximizing everything that you can get out of an exercise. Now, the one I started with earlier in the year, and I'm going to start off again with, is the pec fly. The pec fly is kind of lower barrier to entry, but more people fuck it up. It's an easy one to get wrong. And that's kind of from, I guess, things that we kind of believe to be beneficial when they're not. So I'm just going to clear some of that shit up now. So when you watch me do this, the first thing you're going to see me do is as I sit down, after I finish laughing and talking shite, is I tuck my shoulder blades back. So when I sit down first thing I'm going to do is roll my shoulder blades back, tucking them into my back pockets, and it's lifting my sternum up. The reason I do that is because it pins my shoulders behind my pecs and it stops me from allowing the shoulders to roll over and get involved. What you see a lot of dudes, they'll sit down first, they might lift their chest up, but they'll keep their shoulders around so that if they start to struggle, they can muscle that around and it becomes basically a front delt fly. And you do enough of that over time, you're just going to get injured. You're also not going to build a chest because it's not a front delt fly, it's a pec fly. And you want your pecs done, not your front delts. Unless you want a front delt fly, fucking knock yourself out. It's not going to do anything for you. So the first things first, shoulder blades go into the back pockets, sternum stays up. And you'll see sometimes I'll tuck my chin down and back. So obviously you're looking for double chins. But there's head movement in this as well that's involved. So I'll get into that in a minute. But the chin's down just disengages the traps. People usually pop their head up and then they have a tendency to bunch as well, which is going to help the shoulders roll. So shoulder blades down, sternum up, chin down, head back, and then you're cracking on from there. Now, another thing you'll see, kind of hard to tell off this angle, but landmarks. So in terms of a stretch, there's another thing people get wrong is they stretch too far into a movement. Now about there, you'll see sideward position, elbow and shoulder. That is as far as I need to go. Now you will see me do a little bit more stretching into that, but I'm advanced and familiar enough with the movement to know what my boundaries are. But just because it feels like a better stretch back here does not mean you need to go back and get it. That doesn't mean that. So what you can do is from here is elbow to shoulder. That's enough. Come back low enough and slow enough to be able to catch the bottom of your stretch. There definitely feel like you could have more stretch here, but that doesn't mean that we get it. And from here, powering up to the top. Elbows are soft. We don't want a stiff arm. If you have a stiff arm, we're getting triceps. And again, it's going to make it easier for the shoulders to roll in. So shoulder blades back, sternum up, elbows soft. Get the elbow back as far as your shoulder joint. And then from there, push in. Now, another thing you'll see me do is head movement. This is like the pigeon is what I call this. So the other thing that's throwing off that depth of stretch as well is that I'm actually using my wrists instead of my hands just so I have more squeeze at the top. But you'll see the head, right? So you do this with pressing as well. So shoulder blades down, head back, chin down, all of that good shit. And what I'm going to do is, as I get my elbows down into my shoulder joint, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove my head forward to allow for more stretch. And then from there, what I'm going to do is as I push up to the top, I'm going to let the head rock back. What that does is you'll notice it in a press as well. I'll usually use it in a press. And what I'll tell guys to do is follow the bar with their eyes. So from the top position, turn around a little bit so you can see that better. So from the top position, I have my eyes on the bar. As I lower the bar, my head will come up and my eyes stay on the bar. And then as I press up, head goes away and goes back. And it allows your lats to scoop up under the pecs. And you're just getting the full pec out of it. And because you have your shoulder blades retracted, you're not going to have as much of a reach with your hands as possible. So you want to make sure that the lats are helping you get up underneath that pec, right from the very base of the pec and up to the top. Applies to any type of chest pressing and any type of pec fly movement that you could do. So those are your cues. Don't go too deep because you're going to just pull on your shoulder joints. Keep your elbows soft because you're going to involve your triceps. And always remember, shoulder blades back. You don't want arms fully extended. Chin down, chin back, look for a double chin. And extra points if you can shove your head into the stretch and shove your head back for the squeeze. You're welcome.